your carrier and out button. You should never, don't push on the carrier because it counts motor current steps. So as soon as you throw those off, it'll error on you. So we're just gonna, push that button. There's your power button. Every time you turn it on, it will do a full system test. So if anything is ever wrong with it, it would find that there and then it would start beeping at you. In here, you've got your flash lamp that I installed for you. This over time will eventually go out, but it'll last you quite a few years. These red plugs are not specific. You can just plug them into either one. And you can't order extra bulbs, or if it's on a contract, they'll get changed once a year. In here is a diagram of how it goes in. Here are your excitation and emission filter wheels. We will put those into your software, and then they will stay that way unless you ever change them, because you can't order new filters to replace. Then you will need to let the software know. There is no way for it to know. You have to tell it. So we'll put those in there now. On the side of the filter, you can see what filter it is. Some of them you can't, and you have to spin. I usually use a flathead screwdriver to spin the side. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver. So then you'll want to spin it until you can see the filters on it. So, Gen 5 is right here. We will click on, open up Gen 5. This will come up, standard and simple mode. I train in standard mode. You can do more in standard mode. If you want to explore simple mode at a later date, you can. If you want this to go away, you can check that box. We'll go in standard mode. So this is your task manager screen. I will come back to this. I'm going to put your filter wheels in right now. So this little Lego piece right here at the top, we'll just close that out. To open that again, we will click this piece right here. So we'll come back to that. Now we're going to go to System, and then we'll go to Optics Library, and then you have your filter wheels. So we'll click on that. You'll see you have excitation and emission. Right now I have excitation, so we will hit Add. And then here are your 4 filters. Here you'll see you have 4 holes, 2 of them are plugs. So we will enter in, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the first one, it says 360/40. So we'll put that in here. And then your bandwidth is 40. That is what that is for. Filter number 2 is 485/20. And then the next 2 are plugs. You can purchase filters and put them in there.
So what filters do you have right now?
You have 360 and 485.
Okay.
So we will press OK, and that will save your new filter wheel here. We can name this whatever you like. Okay, there's your filter wheel. So next we will go to emission. This fits in like this. And then this screw. And you can write them on here if you'd like. That's what those are for, but some people change them enough that it's doesn't make sense too. But if you're gonna leave them like that forever, then you can for sure write on those. Next we have emission. This one is spring loaded, so it will be pushed out as I unscrew this. That is because there is a spring that pushes it out, and a cover that covers the detector so that light doesn't damage it when you pull out this filter tube. So as you push it in, that protection will go. So this is your emission. These are already visible. So we will add our emission cube. The first one is 460/40. Next, 5, 28, 20. And then you have a plug and a hole. The reason you have a hole here is for luminescence. If you were to put filters in all these, you cannot run luminescence.
So number 3 should always be plug and number 4 would be the hole.
You could change them if you want.
Okay.
So if you change them though, you have to change them in here.
Okay.
Because this is what it thinks your filter wheel is. There's no way for it to know that you changed things.
I see.
Unless you tell it. So that's good. We'll turn that back on. So we'll go through its startup test. You'll be able to hear it.